Hello, I am in Brisbane once again, just arrived, about to go in and probably see the trial coordinator first, try and work out some medications, get more steroids after that big heap that I had, and talk to the doctor, have a physical examination, and see what he has to say. Okay, I'm in a busy little hospital cafe and I'm being brave to film in public. I've got my steroids, I've got a juice and a focaccia. Last week when I came here with Anita, the food was really quite delicious, which was a lovely surprise. So I'm looking forward to that because it's such a high steroid dose. I really need food and I could feel it in my tummy yesterday, so I want to make sure I'm being safe there. It's 9:20, I've got a 10 o'clock appointment with the doctor, so everything's going on time, so I should be able to eat this comfortably and then go and see what he has to say. So 4 tablets today, which would normally seem excessive, but after 20 tablets yesterday, it seems very clear. And that's the cafe that I'm in. And here is the view. That is the Children's Hospital across there. Egg. That was disappointing. It wasn't that nice. The chicken and avocado was much better. The bread's very fresh though. That makes a big difference. But the egg was just... I forgot to check which level the car park's on. So now I'm sitting here waiting. Look at this. Oh, I have to show you. Lots of people are commenting on my pants today. Oh, well, that was annoying. I, in fact, had originally put in the right place. And then the door opened and I thought, no, I'm not on this floor. I was. Anyway, I have got sleeping tablets now, hoping I won't need to use them. And had a nice chat to my trial coordinator who's just been in Singapore. There was just recently a display in that Singapore, you know, those big tree garden thingies. I can't remember the name of them. Anyway, Toowoomba had a display there, remembering our Carnival of Flowers, or in honour of our Carnival of Flowers, so she saw that. And she was kind of like, oh, I've come all the way from Australia to look at Australia. Yes. And, oh, hang on, I'll get in the car and continue updating you. Okay, so the trial has to stop for now. Until we're on top of all the symptoms, it needs to stop. It's what I suspected. And the other thing is because it had been getting worse each time, they're worried that if they start it up again, it will just get worse. He's like, he's like, well, we can't have you being in agony again. And I'm like, I wouldn't call it agony. Agony to me is when you like physically can't do anything and it's painful all the time. Whereas this is just maybe agony for the moment and then it's gone. Anyway, trial coordinator was like, I think we have to remember that Caitlin's a very strong woman. And he's like, oh, it's just semantics, but he stood by the fact that I'm in agony. And I'm like, anyways, that's been my only fear, is that they think it's hurting more than it really is. But yeah, anyway, I feel like the trial supervisor is listening, and my doctor's drawing his own conclusions from her, what she's relayed, and he's being very cautious, and they just want to make sure that I'm safe, which is good. And he's like, if we can't do this one, then we'll be doing something else. We'll find something else. Like, yeah, but it's the chemo in between finding something else that worries me. In any case, they're not going to be doing anything else until they do my scans, which are due at the end of the month, which is probably 2 weeks from here, but they will be bringing them forward. So that's good, because I feel like the scans will be good again. But he's like, if the scans show anything that's bad, then we aren't going forward. So I've also got tightening in my back, which I've been worried is my kidneys. He thinks it's musculoskeletal. Actually, don't think it is, but what do I know? And he's like, well, I don't know either. I did double check. I don't need to get my kidneys checked out, because that's what a nurse had said to me last week. And he's like, no, I don't think it's that. So he thinks anything from that feeling might come up in the scan. So hopefully it will. And in the meantime, I'm now thinking I might... Don't hit me, person in the car park. Oh no, he's going to move in next to me. Oh, that's a pest. Okay, but in the meantime, I might go and find one of Hayley Lewis's patisseries. Yum, 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 yum. Okay, I am so excited. A little while back, I told you, it would be on this side, I think. I might be able to put a link in. When you finish this video, come back, have a look at that link. But I have been following Hayley Lewis, who keeps eating delicious things. And I've looked up one of the patissiers that she goes to, and it was so close to the hospital. I thought it was, and when I've been driving home, I've been looking in this little strip. I'll show you the strip in a moment, going, I think that patissier that she's talking about is just in there. I didn't know how to do it, but I've got some extra time today. It's just me, so I'm not holding up anybody. And I'm gonna check out. Hopefully, she always goes in the morning, so hopefully there's stuff left or it's still open, because you know these patissiers are open early. But I'm so excited because I love pastries. But Hayley always talks about you've got to burn the cows to eat the cows. So I'm also wondering whether to go for a little bit of a walk around here. I don't know. I'll just have to see how much it costs to pay. So I don't think I'll get my first half hour free like I do in Toowoomba. Okay, I'll go and check it out now. Okay, isn't this a nice looking little corner of Brisbane? I'll take you down the other side of the street. Look at that. I got 15 minutes free, and here is the patissier right there. Okay, it's really delicious to me. And my chai latte just arrived, and this is very delicious. All right, all done. That was my lunch. Very, very pleasant. But I will have to say, not as good as the Baker's Duck, I don't reckon. Although a little bit cheaper. Anyway, glad that I got to sample that on my way home. Makes the trip to Brisbane, excuse me, just that little bit more pleasant. And yeah, now I will go on my way home, and yes, then we've got the waiting game. Waiting to get these, to see if this steroids work, what the scans show, and whether I'm going to continue with the trial or not. Oh, and I was in and out in 15 minutes, so I didn't even have to pay parking. That's a bit of a bonus. Just thought I would stop on my way home at Spring Bluff, which is a little railway station that is often quite beautiful at the Carnival of Flowers. Wondered whether some of the blossoms might be still there, but it seems like most of them are finished. But I thought I'd stop and just enjoy the serenity. Actually, there's a blackboard over there that says something about the serenity. I think there's a train coming. Okay, I'm wondering if, since I've already eaten the cows, whether I should go on this walking circuit and burn the cows. I'm just a bit worried about this. Anyway, I can turn around if I have to. Yes, but I've taken my inhaler this morning, so let's see how far I get. Okay, you can hear I'm puffed, and I don't think you can see. It's quite steep. It's probably good for me. I'll just take it slow. It's the beauty of being here on my own. I don't have anyone's pace to keep up to, and I don't have to feel like I'm being mollycoddled. I hate being mollycoddled. But normally if I was walking this track at carnival time, I wouldn't be worried because there would be a lot of feet around, causing a lot of vibrations that would be scaring snakes away. Because snakes are quite shy and they don't like people. I hate snakes because it's only me on the path. I am being very watchful that there's not a big old brown on the path. So far I've only seen lizards. But anyway, I do a couple of stomps every now and again just to let the vibrations just warn them. Get out of the road. You don't want to see her. She doesn't want to see you. And we'll all be happy. I think that was it. So, nice short walk. But it feels good to be out. I don't know whether I think this is the hall. Might not be completely the finish. But it's just good. May not be all the cows of my little mosquito no, that I ate, but it's inspired me to go walking when I wouldn't have normally gone walking. So thank you, Hayley. It's good for your mental health too, which she's a big ambassador for. And I'm not worried. Like, Mum said yesterday, oh, that's scary with the trial. I'm not scared because if I need to stop it for my own safety, here's the hall. I don't know if there's a history thing. I used to have picnics and things, probably back in my grandmother's day, if you can remember. My grandmother grew up around this area. So back in my grandmother's day, they probably had picnics and that here. Yeah, I'm not scared because if it's really unhealthy for me, then yeah, I need to stop it. I'm just worried that they'll stop it too quickly, and then while I'm waiting for something else, I'll have to go on to chemo, which will feel disgusting. I'll lose my hair again. But really, you know, losing your hair, losing your life, better to lose your hair. But yeah, I'll just play it by ear. My gut says the scan is not going to be bad, so I guess that also is stopping me from panicking. my gut also says that maybe if the steroids, we get them to a right dose and get the thyroid medication for the right dose, who knows, the clinical trial might go ahead fine. We might get a few more shots at it and the tumour might shrink a bit more and then we have to stop. But I'll just keep praying, keep believing, not giving up, and yeah, keep trusting God. That's what they call the hall, and you can see there's a beautiful picnic clearing there and pathway back down to the railway station. There you go, it wasn't even 20 minutes and I'm back where we started. You can smell that these had cattle in them. Cattle train. Beautiful pansies there, but you can see the garden in front of the Spring Bluff sign has been pulled out. Oh. This, my friends, is a bush turkey. Often see them around places like this. Thank you for watching. All home again. I was going to write some notes, but I didn't. Once again, I didn't use my trusty. Some time ago, I packed this bag. I have no idea what's even in it. Sleep mask, which I threw in this morning. It's just got a whole heap of like packing cells and bags and like toiletry bags and that, and it just sits in my room. Every time I go to Brisbane, I just grab it in case of emergency. I mean, I would have been really surprised if I had, hang on, let me turn this around. If I had to use it today, because I was just seeing the doctor, but at the last moment I thought, oh, the bag is packed, I should just bring it, because yes, if anything happened, at least I would have a change of clothes. I think hope there's some pajamas in there, because it's been so long and I think we may have changed seasons. Anyway, don't know. I just throw it in there and hope I never use it. But better safe than sorry, because it'll take a while for somebody to get down from Brisbane. Cats are funny. Why did you decide to sleep there? Dixie cat? I have decided to make a quick batch of scones for the kids. It won't be quite ready when they get home, but it will be pretty close. So I need, in America, the closest you do is biscuits, I think. I think you do scones. I keep seeing scones on Instagram. I guess that could be English anyway. That's left over from the kids' lunches. Anyway, hopefully the kids won't have to wait too long. They get home in maybe about 20 minutes, so they'll be in the oven. I'm just making some scones. It's only a quick little scone mix. Normally I would make double the recipe, but I'm just for speed going to make a single recipe.
And this is a nice quick recipe because it doesn't use butter, just uses cream. So I really don't like the time it takes to knead the butter into the flour. And so this is a good recipe. The other recipe I like using is the one my gran used to use, which is the one that uses lemonade. Just do whatever I can to avoid butter and cream. Anyway, hopefully it will be well on the way to being cooked when the kids get home from school. Okay, milk, cream, egg, 3 cups of self-raising flour, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and I'm leaving the 1 cup of date and the zest of the lemon rind out, which is a shame because that makes it taste next level, but I don't have time to chop dates and I don't think I've got a lemon anyway. So I'm going to clean down this bench, and then the secret with scones is not over mixing them, doing a nice gentle knead. So I will get that all ready and then have a clean bench top. Okay, I've got my kitchen supervisor, making sure I do the right thing. Hey Dixie. The floured surface. I haven't finished mixing this because, like I said, you need very gentle knead. If you overmix it, they'll come out flat. The other thing, when I was first married, it took me a while to perfect scones. See, this is a tiny, I'm probably going to have to make another batch, I reckon. I don't think this is going to feed my boys. The other thing, but at least if I've got one batch on, we can get the other thing. The other thing is making sure the scones are really close together. So just mixing it, not like bread, just mixing it till it comes together. And I'll just, do I want to cut them out or do I just want to cut them into kind of squares? I do like them to be round. It's a smaller scone cutter, so that might make them go a bit further. These are fairly tall scones, so that would be good. And just put them all together. That's quite small. And then I'm going to have to start packing to go to the Gold Coast tomorrow. That will be the next video for you. Taking the triplets to volleyball. In the meantime, we'll get this afternoon tea going for the kids. Okay, all finished. Ready for the oven. How long for? 10 to 15 minutes. If anyone is interested, that's the recipe I use. Take a screenshot, ingredients, method. Cream is all whipped. Oh yes, they've turned out nicely. Ah. Yeah. What's the matter, Roxy? doesn't like the bin apparently.
And then she'll hate me for the next 2 days after this.